everybody. Welcome to this hangout. I don't really know how to do it, so we're just going to start from scratch here, and I have to show you my slides because I can't figure out how to do this otherwise. And some point along the way, when I change the screen so that you can see what I'm doing on Fiverr, you'll get to see me sitting here in my chair with the light on. And actually, I'm in Florida. This is Jan Revell, and I'm in Florida, and it's still light out. I don't know if it'll be light out by the time we get to change the screen, but that's all right. So this is Fiverr Cash Funnel, and this is about how to get others to build your business, to learn how to do that. And there's the good little logo to show you. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to tell you a little bit about me and how I got going on it. I've been involved with internet marketing for quite a number of years now, and doing coaching for even longer than that, both offline and online. And one of the resources that I have found that's really fabulous is Fiverr. I've used a lot of the people on Fiverr, and I've taken other courses of people who found value in using Fiverr and in selling on Fiverr, obviously. But right now, let's just talk about finding the right people to get things done that you want to get done. Oh, there you go. I already told you who I am. I'm Jan Revell, and I recently moved to Florida. I'm retired. I recently moved to Florida, where the sun is shining all of the time. I've spent multiple years now house sitting in different places, and one of the things that I've came to realize is that I was tired of my last few places were in Oregon, and I got really tired of the gray winters and cloudy skies, and decided that I needed sun again. So that's what brought me to Florida. So let's talk about what Fiverr is. Fiverr is a website, fiverr.com, where people will do things for $5. And some of them are really silly, like they'll paste your name and phone number or whatever on their forehead, and they'll walk around the street all day with for $5, or they'll do other equally strange things in order to earn $5. That's to your benefit, not having people walk around with your name on their forehead necessarily, but these are people who are willing to do things for $5 or increments of $5, which is going to save you a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of time, because that means that you don't have to do those things that you need getting done. And when you're an entrepreneur and you're starting out online, it's really important to be able to find reliable people and resources that you can use in order to get things done, so that it saves you time to work on creating your product, or finding the right niche to be in, or doing your coaching program, whatever it is that you're doing. You want to be able to spend the time doing that and not taking care of other things that you can outsource. And it's important to learn what to outsource and when. And I've got a tickle in my throat, which means I'm going to cough. Sorry about that. So some reasons to use Fiverr. Here we go. And the reason that I've got that little R on the Fiverr, just so you want to be aware of this, is that Fiverr is an internationally registered trademark. That means that you have to be careful about using it. And if you use that without the trademark, they possibly can come after you. Oh man, I'm really going to have to cough here. I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't too terrible. Anyway, here's some reasons. You want graphic design. You need a logo created, or you need an ebook cover created, or you need just some sort of graphic created, the graphic for your product, perhaps. You want writing done or editing for your article or your blog, or creating an ebook for you. You've made a video and you want to have somebody get the audio off of that video, or you want somebody to transcribe your video or your audio. And you also want somebody to research. They can research a variety of niches on a particular topic, or other kinds of data that you might have a need for. You might want a virtual assistant, somebody who can do a variety of things for you. And you can find those people on Fiverr. there are multiple people who offer to post many hundreds of links to your Twitter and LinkedIn accounts and to get backlinks for you. There's people who do programming and who will check the SEO of your site and make sure that your site is SEO compliant, who do WordPress issues and will set up a 5-page WordPress site for you for $5. There are people who will create your entire sales page. That's going to cost you more than $5, but it's going to be worth it to you in the long run to be able to outsource that so you can do other things. There are people on there who will do affiliate management, who will find affiliates for you. And I know all of us would love to have people find our affiliates for us. And there's always a but, always. So the but is, how do you find the right person and a reliable person? So first of all, and I'm going to take you over to Fiverr in a minute, you go to fiverr.com and you create a free account. And then, okay, I'm going to stop the, wow, this is moving pretty fast. So we're not going to take a whole hour here. Let me get back to the Hangout, and I'm going to stop the screen share for a minute. And then, so you can, hi everyone. So then we're going to go to Fiverr. Oh no, that's not Fiverr. Let's go to, what happened to my Fiverr? Okay, doesn't that figure? Well, let's go here and we'll start the screen share here, and I'll move over to Fiverr. And I'm hoping that, yes, that you were able to move over there with me. So you, first of all, you create your free account. You see I've already got an account here. And then you look up here at the top and you'll find the different categories. And under each category, you'll find multiple subcategories. So if you want graphics and you want logo design, you would possibly go here. There's digital marketing, and as you can see, SEO, social media marketing, email marketing. If you want people to write for you, do creative writing, transcription, proofing and editing. And I'm going to give you the names of some people that I've used and a few other people have used with some good success in the past. So I'll give you those closer to the end. There's people who do video editing here and all the way across. Programming and tech. This is one I've always found really valuable. People who can set up WordPress, who can do web programming, databases, and really have helped me out a lot with there. And then you've got, of course, fun and bizarre. So what have we got for fun and bizarre things? Well, there's a fun and bizarre. All right. I will record myself saying whatever you want to my, what's this one? To my something or other. To my body pillows. Oh, isn't that exciting? Okay, well, let's go back here to graphic and design. And I want to show you the next steps in here. So the first thing is we're going to scroll down a little bit and see what is it that you want. Illustration, social media design. Let's look for book covers and packaging. That's always a good one. And I don't know if Nisha's on here tonight, but he's one of the people that I rely on, and you'll find him under book covers and packaging. So what you want to do, it'll always come up with these categories, these little tabs here. Recommended will always be the one that is highlighted. And sometimes you'll find the person that you want under that category. But what you really want to do is go over here to high rating and click on it. This is going to give you a list, and they're not necessarily in specific order, but this will give you a list of people who have have achieved high ratings and maintain high ratings on Fiverr for the work that they do. I was looking to see, there he is right there. There's Nisha. Okay, so first of all, if you get the high ratings, then you want to go to, and I'm going to use Nisha as a good example here. This is his link right here. So we're going to click on his link because this next part is really important as well. And you want to be sure that you do this. So you see that there's a couple of things here. Number one is you want to look at reviews. He's got 5,796 buyer reviews, and a 5.0 rating, which means that there are no negative reviews. So we're not going to use him after all. We're going to go back and find somebody who has a lower rating because I want you to see what happens here. So let's go look. I have no idea who, oh, that one's 5. Well, I guess we're going to have to, okay, let's go back here. Oh, he's got 4.9, but that means that could just mean that there aren't enough ratings for him. You see, and what I'm looking at are these yellow stars here, and this is a high rating, and it tells you how many people have given ratings to that person. So we'll go to Nisha after all. We'll use him because he's really a great resource. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to go to the ratings. So you look at the reviews, click on reviews here, and we'll go down to some of the reviews. And you want to read the reviews because it doesn't matter if you've got somebody that says, oh, thanks, or good job, or awesome work, or those really don't count. Those are people who really haven't given good forethought into their review. You want to look at ones like we have here of, he does an excellent job every time I place an order. And I've done tons of reviews with him. He's very patient and knows exactly what to do. Ordering him again. Highly recommend Nisha. Here's another one. Wow, look, this looks amazing. Exactly what I described. Now I'm going to order 5 more of these DVD covers because I know I can trust your work. Nisha's work is always really awesome. But those are, see this one, great work, thank you. That's kind of, that didn't require a whole lot of thought, or it wasn't a really great review. Here's another one. Awesome, great, perfect job. These are the kinds of reviews that you don't pay attention to. The other thing that happens is that sometimes people will give a positive review, but then in the comments, they'll make a negative comment. Well, they did okay, but the communication wasn't the best, or, well, it was sort of okay, but I had to send it back 5 times for revision, something like that. So you want to be sure that you look through the reviews and that you read them, that you look at particularly the ones that have some content to the reviews. It isn't just outstanding experience or thank you, that there's actually something there, because that's going to tell you more about that person and the work that he or she does. If you go looking for graphic design, let's just say, and ebook covers, and you find several people who are in the high ratings, and you think, gee, I'd like to really know about them. There's a couple of things you can do. One of them is you can see here where I've marked favorite, because I always go back to Nisha for a lot of things that I want done. So you can mark favorite. And this shows that 1,300 people have marked Nisha as favorite. So there's quite a few people who really go back to him over and over again. The other thing that you do, and this I recommend every single time that you start with a brand new person on Fiverr, is you send them a message. So you go down to right here where it says contact me. And when you press that button, it's going to open up a contact window. And, well, I guess it's just taking its time. So it's going to open up this kind of a window right here. And you can type in your message. Now, this is where you want to type in your question. And you would say, hi, Nisha, I need a graphic of an ebook cover. And it's going to be about, you want to tell him what it's about. And you want to tell him as much as you can about it. And then he's going to send you, he's going to send you back some information that says, well, this is probably something I can do, but I need to know. And he's going to have certain criteria that he's going to want to know from you. For instance, do you want a CD cover or a DVD cover or an ebook cover or a magazine cover, or what is it exactly that you're looking for? And do you want a package, or do you want a single thing, a single item? These are all questions that he's going to have for you, and you're going to have to give him some answers. And if you have any kind of graphic that you specifically want to use, or that you want him to incorporate into your final design, you can send him that as well. So on this particular one, he says, I will design a professional ebook covers, 3D software product, boxes, coupons, etc. And then you go down here and you look at, here's some samples. And so you click on, here's the other thing that you do is you click on some of these samples so that you can look at some of the work that he has done and decide if it fits with what it is that you want him to work on for you as well. And then you go down here and you look at, I will create only one 3D e-cover. You see, you've got to pay attention to this part of it, because for $5, the only thing you're going to get is one 3D e-cover, whether it's a box, a book, a CD, DVD, it doesn't matter. It takes about 3 days with unlimited revisions. If you want 1-day delivery, you check this, and it's an additional $5. If you want him to include the source file, that's going to cost you an additional $10. So all of these extras are additional costs, and you need to look through these, because some of these are things you're going to want. For instance, do you want the print-ready front, back, and spine cover? So maybe it's a book that you're actually going to publish, and you want to send these to the publisher, or you're going to create space, and you want to be able to have all of those pictures, all of those graphics available. So these are things that he does for you, and he also has other, here he tells you about the gig and what is included, and you'll see for $5, you can choose one of the items below. So you can choose one of these items. And then underneath the reviews, it will show you other gigs that are by Nisha and some other gigs in that category that you can use. So these are all really important things. But the most important, I'm going to run through it again, is you go, first of all, let's go back to graphics and design, and we're going to go to book covers, because that's the category we're looking at right now. And it's going to come up recommended. The first thing you want to do is click on high rating. If you want to look through the recommended, go right ahead and scan through it and mark some of those as interesting people. Put them in your favorites for now. You can always remove them later if you want. The next thing you're going to do, once you discover, and then click on the high rating and find somebody there, the next thing you're going to do is send that person a message. Remember, I showed you here that you click on the contact me and you send him a message. My computer's a little bit slow here. So contact me, and that opens up the window, the correspondence window. And Fiverr keeps a whole running list of your conversations with that person as well. So you send in your message here. Now, here's a key factor. If your person does not respond to you within 24 to 48 hours, this is somebody that you don't want to bother with, because chances are you're not going to be good. They're not going to be good at communication, and they're also not necessarily going to have your work done on time. That's a critical factor. That's just something that I've learned from other people, and I have found it to be really true. The people who have not responded to me within that 24 to 48 hour window have been, even if they responded later, their work has not been up to par, their communication has been terrible, and it cost me. So you don't want it to cost you. You want to make sure that you practice, that you have good practices in place, and this is one of those good practices. So I don't know, if you have any questions, let's go back here. If you have any questions, let me see. There's the Q&A. There is a Q&A box over here on the side, and you can go ahead and put in your questions if you'd like, and I will answer them. And if you're watching on YouTube and you're live right now, go to the Google Hangouts, click on the link to take you over to join the conversation, and come on over and join us on that conversation. So now I'm going to take you back off of Fiverr, so we'll get to see each other again, or you'll get to see me in any case. Hi again, and we're going to go back to the PowerPoint presentation. So you've chosen a category, whoopsie, and then, like I said, you want to look at rating, make sure it's a high rating. You want to look at their responsiveness. So you're asking them a question, you're sending them a message. I would recommend that you never ever send an order to somebody until after you have contacted them, because sometimes, and some people will say, make sure you contact me, particularly if you're doing an ebook or a sales page. They'll say, make sure you contact me before you put in an order, because otherwise you can end up with some real unsatisfactory relationship with that person from both sides. So you want to make sure that you contact them first, ask your question first. It can be a simple question. They'll let you know what other information that they need. And then you want to look at their reviews. Make sure that they have good reviews and that you look at the full review, not just at the little teeny pieces of it. Your criteria for what you need, this is something that you need to pay attention to for yourself, is what is your time frame? What is your deadline? All right, did you wait till the last minute to get your graphic design done? Did you wait till the last minute to think about, oh gosh, I need a graphic for my cover for my product, or I need an ebook cover, or I need a logo, or I need a Facebook profile picture or something, and I waited till the last minute? That is going to cost you extra, because again, if you want to have a 24-hour turnaround or a shorter turnaround, it's going to cost. So just be aware of that. You want to, again, good practices, good business practice is to make sure that you have things listed out ahead of time. You've got your check sheet done so that you know what you need to get ahead of time, and make sure you've got it all in place. If you're doing an article, a blog post, and you need an article for your blog, or you're doing an ebook, you want to know what's the word count. How much are your articles between 500 and 800 words? Are they between 800 and 1200 words? And remember that the number of words is going to make a difference in the price. So you don't want to say, well, I want to get an ebook done for $5, because chances are you're not going to be able to. And if you do, think about the quality that that's going to offer you. I remember doing some transcription. I needed transcription done for some interviews that I had done. And so I wrote to several people and asked them what their fees were, and did they do it, what their turnaround time was, what their native language was as well. And I did get some from a few from the Philippines. And the Philippines has some really amazing people who speak excellent English and who do wonderful transcription. One of the people that I got from the Philippines was fabulous. She did a great job. Two other people that I got, the time ended up pushing way out to the deadline, and the quality was absolutely atrocious. So again, these are people that I actually did contact. Can you do the work? Oh yes, I can do it. But they didn't do a very good job. So when you have something, for instance, like transcription or an ebook, what you might want to consider doing, and this is another recommended practice, is you hire 3 or 4 people, and you can send each of them a different part of the transcription that you need, or you can send them have them each write an article for you. It doesn't have to be a lot. For $5 you can get an article, and that gives you a better idea of whether that person really, number one, knows what they're talking about, and if they have good grammar and punctuation. Because I will tell you right now, as a former transcriptionist, when I see a sales page or an ebook or an article that has really grammar and punctuation that should have been corrected, I'm very apt to just sign off of that site. I won't even bother reading it, even if it's something that I thought that I really wanted, because it offends me that somebody hasn't taken pride enough in their work to have somebody who is native English speaking or who has really excellent English skills to transcribe and or to write the article or the ebook or the sales page. And that's just me. I know some people say it doesn't really count, but there are quite a number of us who are grammaphobes and punctuation punctuation is not as important as the grammar. Just be aware of that. And of course, the other thing is your budget. You want to decide how much you can afford and how much you want to afford. Not so much. Some of it is both. How much can you afford, but also how much do you want to afford? If you're setting a budget for getting an article written, getting a logo designed, or getting some video work done, you need to find out, first of all, is that even feasible? Second of all, you're going to get a variety potentially of prices back from people. If you send to 3 or 4 different people, depending on their ability, depending on the country that they live in, depending on the turnaround time, depending on the ratings that they have and the work that they have done, you may get 3 or 4 different prices. So then you have to look at the value to you. What is that going to be? Are you willing to spend less dollar amount and have it take a little bit longer and get something back that may be good, may be really crap, versus spending a little bit more and finding somebody who really does excellent work because they've got just out of this world reviews? Okay, special requests. When you have on Fiverr, you can put in a special request. I should have shown you that, but in any case, let me see. Let's go back to Fiverr, which means I have to take you off of this and you're going to get to see me again. One of these days I'll figure out this screen share thing, right? Not tonight, obviously, but one of these days. So we'll screen share again, and we're going to go back to Fiverr. And when you get to the main screen, you'll see, I'm not sure if it's other. Here we go. So you can post a request the service you're looking for. And you may see, well, I don't see any right now. But in any case, you can post a request. So you can say, this is what I'm looking for. This is why, this is where, etc. And this is the turnaround time that I want, and here's my budget. And then you can post that request, and you'll get responses back from people who will say, yes, I can do it. No, I can't. You're being ridiculous in your price. It can't exist for that. Or, yes, it's absolutely reasonable, and I will be glad to help you. So those are kinds of things that you can work with it too, is make a special request on your Fiverr page. Okay, let's go back once again to, if I can get this thing to change. Here we go. I'm going to take you back to this. So you can put in a special request. Now, I told you that I had some names and contact information for some of the people that I recommend and that some other people that I know have recommended. So that's going to be the next slide. And I will also tell you that I will put this, I'm going to be, I've created or am creating a PDF with this information, and I will add their information in it so I can send you a copy of that PDF, and you'll have the contact information and what they do. The first one on my list is Jeff. Jeff is a writer. He works a lot with Comic Con, and he does some amazing interviews with actors and actresses. He does transcription. He writes articles and he writes stories. He has helped me with chapters on ebooks. He is absolutely fabulous. He's native English speaking, got a great sense of humor, and you're probably not going to get anything done for $5. He does in increments of $5, depending on what it is that you need and how long of a project you have for him. So just know that, but he's absolutely awesome. Jack Foster does video services. He is a fun person to work with, and he is very responsive. He will make sure that you get things done that you need done, and he'll do a really awesome job for you. And of course, Nisha is a professional photo editor and does graphics. You've seen some of, we worked on his site a little bit, And if you've seen any of my sales pages, you've seen some of his work because he did the graphics for my products. John works with, he's a WordPress genius. He'll set up a 5-page WordPress site for you if you have any kind of issues with WordPress, not with your content, but with WordPress itself. He's the person to go to. He's just really amazing when it comes to WordPress. Whoopsie. Let's go back here. I don't know how to say his name for sure, this one, but he is, he does some really, he's a graphic editor, and he did some work for me actually a couple of years ago where he took out, and Nisha may do this, I don't know, but this guy took the red eye out of, I had some dog pictures that I needed the red eye taken out of, and he was able to do that. He did it really fast, good turnaround time. So he's somebody else that you could check with. And Josh Newell, if you need your website get set up and approved by ClickBank for placement in their marketplace, he's a good one. Billy Allen, who is in, if you're in the VIP group, you know Billy. Billy's the one who recommended this guy. So there you go. Now I have a special offer for you. See, this didn't even go, this is just over half an hour. Ha, I thought it was going to be an hour. But again, you can ask questions if you want, and I will get over here. Nope, I don't see any questions, so we'll just keep on going. The special offer that I have to make for you, there are a couple of things. Number one, remember, I'm gonna have a PDF of this presentation and all this information that I will send to you if you make sure that you send me your email address, and I'll send you the PDF. Okay? So you can, my email address is, well, it's going to be down at the bottom here. So my email address is jan@janrevell.com. It's JAN@JANREV as in Victor, ELL.com. So I also have this video course that is called Fiverr Outsourcing Secrets. And you can get this course from me by being on this webinar. All you have to do is go to fiverrcashfunnel.com/Fiverr-outsourcing-secrets. And it's listed there. It usually sells for $27. I've got it listed on there for $7 just because you're part of this webinar. Okay, and if you're still trying to create a success online and you haven't been able to do it and you've really been working at it, I want you to contact me and let me know. You can go to surveymonkey.co.uk. Liz put this together, so that's why it's a UK address. But there's the link for it, and fill out the application. There's only 10 questions there, and 2 of them are your name and your phone number. So it really makes it pretty easy. So Liz and I have, this is Liz Hopkin, and I have a coaching program, and a big part of that is going to be helping you figure out your niche. As most of you know, and as most everybody knows, figuring out your niche is probably the most challenging and yet the most necessary part of creating your online business. So we're going to help you really work with that to find your niche, the one that's really right for you, and then to be able to create your product and get it online and start selling. So let's see, are there any questions? I don't see any questions here. So it's a very short, it's just 34 minutes, and we don't have any questions. Questions? Nope, no questions. So I will stop the broadcast and say thank you very much for being part of it. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I hope you got some really good value out of it. Remember, this is going to be on YouTube, so go ahead and go to YouTube and look for Fiverr Cash Funnel and put your comments below the video. And again, the links will be there as well. And let me know, remember to email me, jan@janrevell.com, and I will send you a copy of the PDF that includes the links of the people that I've recommended. So for now, I say good night And I wish you a great rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world.